All right, folks, I believe we are live. And what I do usually at first, because my equipment is so cheap, I have to get it in on my phone to see if I'm actually making noise on my to the world. And so I'm playing it through my headphones on my phone right now just to see if my voice kicks in. And when I say cheap, I mean my microphone is 7 years old and it was $12. So there you go. My webcam fell off the computer and hit the floor, and it's still down there. And what else? That's about it. I need that damn price appreciation. But with that, it's not kicking in, man. There is a delay on this. I might not be talking to the universe, just screaming into the void. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm making noise. Hallelujah. All right. So, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do tonight. So it's the 28th. We're going 24/5 tonight, allegedly at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Um, Japan's markets open at 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's a wide spread. So the initial plan is to start streaming basically right now and hit it up till about 8:30, which it's been going to be rough because I got to go check on my chickens. I got to probably take bathroom breaks. So I might do like a split, or most likely I'll just walk away because I'm not a professional. So I could just do whatever I want on my screen because there's not a lot of followers. So I might just walk away intermittently, and so apologize early for that. But no, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I know it's going to be XRP. It's going to be Evernorth. It's going to be price appreciation. It's going to be global financial institutional regime change. Um, I won't be talking about MCGA again, make Chronos great again. That's a good one. I like that stuff. It's another treasury, another digital asset treasury, deep liquidity pool, or as now I'm calling them, liquidity regulators. Uh, I was doing examples. I try to like do an analogy as an example, like high tension, voltage lines. You see them way up in the air. They do high voltage, low current. That's the best way to transport voltage is low current. So high potential energy, low kinetic energy, basically. And that's what Evernorth is. It's high potential energy but low current. It's it's a reserve. It's a backstop. Or like your city's water supply has those huge reservoirs, the water towers. That's what Evernorth is. It just keeps the pressure on the water, and not too much, not too little. It's regulated. It will be regulated. Evernorth will be the vacuum, and it'll be the black hole that sucks up all the loose XRP everywhere, all the loose hands that buy the Lambos with their XRP. Evernorth will be there to take it off for you. Thank you very much. And I love it. I love Evernorth. I love the concept of Evernorth. I like its design, its architecture. So obviously, I'm going to talk about that. But MCGA is kind of like that, but it's with Crow. It's a pure play, which means a single asset, and it's cool. It's cool. And I usually do deep dives about them, but I closed all those tags out. How's my AI doing? They'll still contact me. That was like last November. They'll get back with me, I'm sure. Um, that was crypto.com, launched AI.com, and I signed up. It was like during the Super Bowl last year, and I signed up quick, and still waiting, but whatever. It was just on a whim for funsies, but that's that. So yeah, I won't be talking about MCGA. I closed all the tabs. Well, not all of them, with how they're merging. I guess I'll talk about it really quick to tell you that I'm not going to talk about it. They're Trump Media Group, which is True Social, which is a Bitcoin treasury, which is connected to MCGA, which is a Kronos treasury, or they hold Bitcoin. They're not a Bitcoin treasury per se, a DAT, but they started MCGA, which is waiting on something. Well, just like Evernorth, they're waiting on something. Just like BlackRock, they're waiting on something. They're just sitting out there in a holding pattern, just circling, like a plane, just circling the airport. What are they doing up there? I don't know. They're waiting on something. And so this is going to be another deep liquidity pool, digital asset treasury, a DAT, or what I started calling them, liquidity regulator. Is to keep the pressure on, keep the price high and steady, to smooth out the charts. Like, you will not see this. It'll be just straight across all the time. Microscopic dips and bends, but nothing major. It'll be smooth. So I'm going to close that out. What are you? This is the S4. I was looking into. I don't know if anybody did research on Evernorth. I couldn't find really too much online. I found the one on Reddit that probably most people found, and it's talking about the 97% lockup, and only 3% is available for purchase once they start rolling, once they drop, once they de-SPAC, once they go live. There's only a 3%, allegedly a 3% available pool of shares of Evernorth. So the Reddit guy did a bunch of equations and stuff and said he found it in the S4. I haven't found it yet, but I only did a little bit of research last week and got bored. And then got busy that last week and did not do any more research on it. But I'm going to look for that to confirm it. But right now, it doesn't hurt anything. Like, I'm not going to sell it. If the guy on, I should know his name, I don't, on Reddit is true or if he's false, I'm going to stack Evernorth. That's my opinion, not financial advice. So I'm going to use his numbers until I figure out more, and just for funsies. So yeah. So that's that. So I'm going to keep that open. What is this? Ooh, I'm learning. I'm learning that AI. I'm learning the universe. All right. So yeah, uh, I got on here early. I usually start around 5, but I was just bored. Mowed all my neighbors' lawns. I mowed my neighbor's side lot. I mowed my lawn. Weed whipped. Been up since 5:30 a.m. getting it done. Tried to take a nap. It didn't work. Now I'm here. Adara. So like right now, we're still kind of getting into it, trying to figure out how I want to approach this. The initial plan was to do a 30,000 foot view of everything. Crypto from the beginning. What are we at? What are we doing? Um, all of that. But kind of ended up, I'm just going to wing it, kind of talk about the stuff I'm learning and doing specifically. Oh, I already got that. Don't look. Nobody look. Okay. So I'm learning. I'm brand spanking new at this. Not new at crypto, but new at well, I guess maybe almost everyone's new at DeFi technically, but because it's not even here yet for the most part. but I'm new at I've been forgetting the word lately. Not strategizing. Whatever. I'll come back to that word. Oh, it's bugging me. I forgot it. This is the second time today. So strategic structuring. Good lord. So I'm brand new at structuring, brand new to LLCs, or medium new. I started some earlier and didn't do anything with them. Maybe 5 years ago. A mortuary transport company, because that's like 500 a decedent, at least $500 a decedent. So I was thinking about that. Didn't follow through. Life happened. It was a girl. Um, so I'm basically brand new at all of this. Hey, that's me. And I'll just talk about what I'm learning, what I've learned, and what I'm learning. Oh, I like the post. This is why I couldn't take a nap. I was just about out. Oh, and Fight Club 2 trailer, JK LOL, JK Rowling LOL. And I was like, happened to scroll up my phone to check the time, and I saw this. And I think there's going to be some dang sparks tonight. I think 6 p.m. is going to be naughty. Uh, we're all set up. It can unroll. We don't have the OCC yet with their guidance on stablecoin yield regulation. That has not publicly came out yet that I'm aware of, but it'd be better if it was it'd be better for the narrative, for the normie narrative, for the zeitgeist, for the Overton window if they did it reactionarily. So the Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution. So I'm saying the crisis, the problem could kick off tonight, and the OCC will grace us with their wisdom by giving us their guidance to the crisis that they've known's going to happen for decades. And they've been planning for this exact moment for decades. So I live right next to an airport, like a small little airport. Well, once a year, they have an air show. So I got, like, what are they? C2? They're not the B2. Not C4. That's explosive. It's the World War II. I'm going to type in C2 plane. It's the transport planes, like in a Band of Brothers. Troop transport. Maybe this is what this episode's going to be, because I have no plan. What did I say? What is it going to be? C-47 Skytrain. Picture doofus. Yeah. So these have been flying overhead all day. These things, and which is awesome, but not if you're recording a podcast. The one that's really awesome and terrible and terrifying is when the Blue Angels fly 150 feet, maybe 200, 300 feet over your house, and there's five of them. Like, that's vibrating things off your shelves. It's amazing, but the first year I moved in, I did not know. Scared the crap out of me. But then I cheered. The blimp flies right over my house, the Goodyear blimp. So I get really good videos on that. That's actually kind of creepy when it's that close, because in the distance, at a stadium, it's cool, but when it's like directly over your house, it's scary, or ominous at the least, because it's quiet and it moves slow. But yeah, so I got these C-42s coming over my house all day for the next couple weeks, which is fine. And so yeah, I think things are going to be spicy tonight. I'm excited. I'm dipping nuggets you've never heard of in sauces you could never understand. Bam! Let's share that. All right, so the point is, I just shared a lot of shit in the past hour. All right, so I did a post earlier. The Overton window and the social zeitgeist are at, possibly 3 digits. It's safe. Now, remember a couple months ago, you could say like $8. XRP will go to $8. And that's what was safe to say in the Overton window. Now some people are like dipping their toes in and saying, okay, possibly 3 digits if everything was right. So the Overton window is shifting, but it's see, I'm trying not to cuss. What's another word for pussies? So they're just playing it safe, put their water wings on, float in the shallow end. I'm up here in tier one saying 6 digits easy. Let's go. 6 digits easy. We're going to hit tier one. The planets will align. The phoenix will rise. Easy dang peasy. I wanted to talk about this. It's like when I say I'm using AI, asking it questions, trying to figure out a plan. Um, Institutional custody, a mix of institutional custody, some self reliance for a little bit of it, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What's the best? What's the ratio? What should I do? What the heck? Pull my hair out. But I'm learning. I'm grinding. I'm grinding. I'm grinding, and I'm learning. So I don't have a CPA yet. I don't have a financial lawyer. So later on I'll be looking for that. Not right now. I'm just in accumulation mode, but I'm coming up with something, and nobody's giving me any feed. I'm asking people, for feedback to, check my math. What am I doing? Is this, down here? Is this crazy? Is it dumb? Is it good? It's based in reality. So says AI. Nobody said anything good or bad. I mean, at this point, I'll take a dang troll. Like you're a biblically retarded. That's what I got last night. I want to talk about that too, or 2 days ago. But so no, not even any trolls on this. So I'm just barking into the void. But I have something that's potentially viable for a specific reason, for a specific duration, for a specific purpose, a very specific thing that I think I could do, that I also think is an idea worth pursuing. So maybe I'll just go into that. What do I got? An hour? I got to talk for another hour even before Japan wakes up. How am I going to make it 3 hours? Well, that'll be 6. And it'll be 2 more hours after that. Yeah, I might take a break in the middle. You can't pause live stream. What do I do? I'll just do another dang video. I wanted them both in one, but I'll have to step away later. Got to keep checking on the chickens because it is hot out right now. So here's where I'm at on this, and I came up with the crazy idea last night. Been dreaming about it, thinking. I woke up this morning, kind of refining it a little bit, doing some AI research, and that's about as far as I got now. Usually, I was going to say AI is kind of like the new Wikipedia, but it's not. It's actually, better. But it's like a starting point to where you get your idea together, then you go do other sources and bring that back to AI. Like it's a synergy between other things, and I'm not knocking it at all. It's really good, but check your sources, double check, doubt. I say doubt but verify. People say trust but verify. I say doubt but verify. Hardly anybody except for family gets benefit of the doubt. Nobody gets benefit of the doubt. So, check my math. I got a plan. So you slap some XRP and Evernorth. Let's just say, let's use numbers. $100. let's just use nice round numbers. So you or wait, because that's that's $10.40. That let's say XRP is a buck. It's like $1.10 now. I think it went up. And Evernorth, where's our fear and greed? 16, baby. I wanted it on 17. Uh so we'll use nice round numbers. XRP is a buck, around $1. Evernorth, 10.50. So let's say $140 you put into this Roth. You buy 10 shares of Evernorth and 40 shares of XRP or 40 XRP, give or take. I know that that's not the right numbers, but 10 Evernorth, 40 XRP, $100, $40. With the intention, just follow me until the end, and then I'll wrap it down here, and then I'll come back up here and we'll go through it again, and you'll be like, there might be something to this, or I'll find a flaw and I'll delete this post, one or the other. So $100 of Evernorth, 10 Evernorth, 40 XRP in a Roth IRA. Appreciates tax-free. Unless you take it out before 5 years and you take it out before 59 and a half. Except something that's not exactly true. So, and we're putting that $140 in there with the intent that we will sell this principal later. That's the immediate drawback of this. When you sell it, all your appreciation, future appreciation after the moment you sell it, gone. You will pay taxes when you sell it, and all of that. So there is definite downside. That's why I'm stressing that it's a small amount. At my level, hundreds of dollars. At other people's levels, maybe hundreds of thousands or millions. But it's a small percentage, 0.01% of your assets. Like so 99.99% of your assets are not doing this. 0.01 is what is the percent I'm talking of. Small. And because we will sell it, and you never want to sell the principal. But here we go. So you're putting the XRP and the Evernorth in there with the intent on selling it down the road. So let's say you hold it. I think 5 years is a minimum for it to vet without the 10%, early taxation thing, and plus other taxes, income tax, whatever, capital gains, all the fun. So I believe in Evernorth. I believe in XRP. So I believe it will increase in price. Like, that's just written in stone. It's a given to me personally. So it will appreciate. This is a no-brainer to me. Slap it in an IRA, Roth IRA, and assume I'm not 59 and a half yet. So if I want to take it out, I'm going to get penalties, taxes, or another 10% on top of the taxes for early retrieval, early whatever, evacuation. Okay, so that's a scenario where we're at. $140, 10 Evernorth, 40 XRP in an IRA with the intent to sell for a specific reason after they appreciate, but before we're 59 and a half. Okay, with me? Here we go. Stage 2. So that's all set up. We enact Rule 72T. Rule 72T permits penalty-free access to your Roth IRA earnings, not just the contributions, not just that $140, the earnings, the appreciation at any age, provided you adhere to strict IRS guidelines. I'll go through the guidelines. So you're like, what the heck? Rule 72T, I'm building the suspense. Rule 72T permits penalty-free access to your Roth IRA earnings, not just the contributions, at any age. Don't you have to be 59 and a half years old to not do taxes? Any age. All right. All right. So, to generate monthly passive income from a Roth IRA before the age of 59 and a half without incurring the 10% early withdrawal penalty, you can utilize IRS Rule 72T, substantially equal periodic payments. SIP. This rule allows you to bypass the age restriction by committing to a fixed withdrawal schedule for a specific duration. What? Monthly, bi monthly, or annual payments from your Roth IRA in perpetuity for a certain duration? I'm going to say 20 years. So you use these payments from, I'm going to call it sacrificed assets after taxes, of course, but not the 10% penalty. We bypass that. And you got to pay taxes on the dispersants, which say if it's 100,000 a year, because I'm going to, let's say we're going to do an annual payment. So once a year you get paid from this Roth IRA, and you're going to pay taxes on that. If it's 100,000, let's say you get, 100,000, let's say you get 70,000 out, or, do the math, add your zeros wherever you're at. So that 100,000 turns into 70,000, but we're intentional. We sacrifice these assets on purpose. We're going to sell the principal on purpose. These are sacrificial assets. So then we use that 70,000 to pay our taxes, the rest of our taxes on the rest of the 99.99% of wealth. And, adjust this accordingly, percentage wise and blah, blah, blah. So, and I'll fast forward really quick. So you have those 72T payments, Rule 72T payments directed to an escrow account. Once a year, every 6 months, every month, payout, whatever, it's just structured. Institutional custody, structured and perpetual payments from a Roth IRA. God dang it. So, and you use that account to pay your property taxes, your home insurance, your car insurance, etc. Set it and forget it. And this is also assuming that your lifestyle creep is in check. You like your quality of life. You're going to keep it, give or take a little bit up, a little bit down, whatever you want. But for the most part, your lifestyle's chilling. It's not creeping up. You're not buying the Lambos. You got 20 years of what I'm calling tax-free because you made a sacrifice early on. Now you got 20 years tax-free. You use these payments from the sacrificed assets after taxes to pay the taxes on the rest of your wealth activities. Keep your lifestyle creep in check. It can be viewed as sacrificing a small amount of assets, 140, because I believe in big appreciation. I'll say numbers. Evernorth, in the sooner than later, be $1 million a share. XRP, sooner than later, $135,000 a share, 100,000, 150, 200,000. I'm okay with that. I'm up here in tier 1 at 6 digits easy. Come on up here. It's nice. It's not crowded. So it can be viewed as sacrificing a small amount of assets. You sacrifice the future potential growth, appreciation of those assets. So in that sense, you're losing money. But this is for a specific reason. This is intentional. And then you get 20 years tax-free because the Roth 72T monthly, annually payments are covering all your taxes, all your house insurance, all your property taxes, home insurance, car insurance, etc., food, electricity, water, whatever. It's all being paid for by the sacrificed assets. And that leaves 99.99% of your wealth to be actively managed, to go into DeFi, to go into Institutional custody. And by the way, that's institutional custody. That's institutional custody right there. You're getting a dividend from institutional custody for a length of period. I got to look into that. It says your expected life. So like whatever date you pick is when you expect to not be alive. But I haven't looked into that part yet. But I want it to be 20 years. 20 years, 100, 200,000 a year just from this, just from my 0.01% sacrificed assets. And the rest of my assets, not selling the principal ever. So I have 99.99% of my assets, and I'm tax free, I'm rent free, or I'm mortgage free, I'm insurance free, electricity, I'm water bill free for 20 years. I got a plan. What is this? Is it what is crazy, dumb, good? What is this? Um, so the 5 years of the 49 and a half rule. So once you initiate 72T, which is structured payments at a certain interval, you cannot stop or modify the payments until the longer of 5 year. Oh, so you can stop it after 5 years. Like, nope, I'm not going to sell it anymore. Or you reach that. Then you can stop it and just wait. If you start at the age of 45, you must continue payments for 14.5 years. You start at the age of 50. Oh, okay, cool. That's better. That doesn't make sense right there. So, yeah, just structure the payments for 14 and a half years. And then you'll have another Roth that you're not touching, that you just get a lump pay after that 14.5 years, after this Roth, Rule 72, runs out. You'll just pick up your next one in a lump sum, tax free. What am I missing? It's institutional custody, it's structured payments. So, this is something I'm working on. Like, this is something I'm thinking about. I don't know. I mean, this is day 2. This is just the second day I came up with this. And it's a lot of assumptions, it's a lot of downsides, it's a lot of, everything has to line up perfectly. But, so be it. Let's go. I'm up here in tier 1 at 6 digits easy. Let's go. XRP 150,000 per. Really soon. Evernorth, $1 million minimum in the short term. Let's go. It's the liquidity layer. It's the vacuum. It's the black hole of the new financial system. Evernorth is what regulates the liquidity of global finance settlement in the quadrillions. Let's go. So I'll say that 140 turns into 10 million quickly. I use Rule 72T. I'm getting monthly payments for 14 and a half years of 200,000 or so. Let's do the math. Oh, let's ask IE. I'm gonna start calling it IE. Nope, that's not good. $10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for $10 million over 14.5 years. Oh, what with the monthly payments? Not monthly payments. Jeez Louise, man. It's the wording of it, and I'm wording it poorly. What is 10,000 or 10 million monthly over 14.5 years? There you go. That's the right way to ask it. Well, okay. So over 14.5 years, that's 57. So maybe drop it down to 10. 10 years. And that'll jump it up. But so that 140 bucks in there that I believe is going to appreciate. I'm going to start really big, a lot, lots of zeros, lots of commas. Let's go. Uh, and then over 14.5 years, if you're 45, and that'll make you a 59 and a half, where you have another Roth just sitting there that'll be tax free at this point. When this one drains to zero, you'll have your other one, a lump sum, tax free, institutional custody, appreciating tax free the whole time. But this one, you put $140 in, assuming the appreciation I like, up here in tier one, 6 digits easy, you're at almost 60 bucks, 60,000 a month. That's a lot of electricity. That's a lot of water bill. That's a lot of phone bill. Let's go. And then that's before taxes. So it might be like 20 or 30,000, whatever. That's still a lot of electricity bills. And you got to keep your lifestyle creep in check. But still, this is just 0.01% of your assets that you sacrificed. You sacrifice 0.0, so you have 99.99% of your assets that you're not selling, that you're holding and making yield and off the principal, holding the principal in DeFi and institutional custody. 99.99% is sitting there safely. So this is just a tertiary, I call it a tertiary reserve parachute. This is not your main source of income, not your second source of income. This is your third or fourth source of income. This is how you don't have to pay any bills. You don't have to pay any electricity. You don't have to pay any gas. You don't have to pay any car insurance. You don't have to pay any, what else? What didn't I say? Whatever. 140 bucks turned into 10 million, which it will. And now you're making, that's before tax, blah, blah, blah. And you just had to sacrifice a tiny bit of your principal at the beginning or at the end after it appreciates. It's a plan. It's a plan. So I'm really excited about this. Like I said, this is just day 2, and I'm going to keep looking into it, refining it, and eventually I'm going to have to talk to a professional and take their opinion on it. And they'll probably just laugh me out the door, point at the door and laugh me out. I have to walk out with my head down in shame. But until then, I'm going to keep researching it because I'm learning stuff along the way, and I'm sharpening my research skills, which is always a great thing to do. So I'm going to keep going with it and refining it until the floor falls out, and then I'm like, oh, this is why you can't do it. Blah blah blah. So yeah, that's where I'm at on this day 2, and I got away. Oh, you can't highlight it. Day 2 with AI, I found a way to make monthly passive income from a Roth IRA. Now you have to have specific reasons to take a lump sum out. This is not that. This is a structured payment, equally periodic payments at, whoops, that was it, any age. Boom, mic drop. What the heck? And not just contributions, but your earnings. That's the appreciation. There's something here. There's something here. There's a there. All right. I gotta go check on chickens because it is really hot out. Do I have a temperature thing? Oh, 68 and cloudy? It ain't hot out. It must be humid or something. I was sweating my ass off mowing the lawns, mowing those 4 lawns this morning. Well, I didn't start at 8 or at 5:30. I started around 8. I don't know, but it was hot then. All right, I'll be right back. All right, they're all in the shade. I built their chicken coop 4.0. Uh, is built around my Rosa Sharon tree, and I kind of cut it back so it's a bush, and it's a younger tree, maybe 4 years old, and so that's right in the middle. So they all hang around it, and it's just a bunch of good shade. They got sun if they want to go into it, water in there, food in there. It's good. They accepted this cage. All the other chicken coops, which were way cooler, they didn't like. So that's that's that story. Didn't I follow this guy already? Oh, he's cool. I'm trying not to. Oh, yeah. This is another account. I'm trying to follow very few people on this account. All right. So I'm up here in tier one at 6 digits easy. Not even. Ooh, we're going up a little. Not even worried about it at all. All right. So 45 minutes. Let's get serious, folks. What the heck? You know? What the dang heck? Um, Grok sent me something? Grok doesn't send you things. Oh my god, so I want to talk about something funny that happened. So obviously I'm like not professional. My microphone's $10, $12. Uh my webcam broke, blah blah blah. Not replacing it right now. But something happened the other day. All that to say, it's like I'm a small account. I'm not verified on X. I don't all of that fun stuff. So that was yesterday. I had it drafted. That was supposed to say essentially tax free. I'm working on it. I got more known today. All right, what was this? 2 days ago. That's the shit right there. Stuff right there. Life is simple. Get in, kick ass, get out. All right, so we're getting close. So Jake Claver, everybody. I listened to him a bunch. Here, oh, not yet. There it is. I could do this though. I listened to Jake Claver a bunch. I really like him. Um, I like his information. I like his knowledge. He inspired me to just dig in and learn and figure it out. What do you believe? If you're holding assets, why are you holding those assets? Is it because some influencer that gave us a breaking news post that made you FOMO into them, or is it something else? And Jake's style like prompted me to figure out exactly what I'm doing and what I want. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, like, which I should post that audiobook. I bought the book, but then I found the audiobook. So I haven't read the book, but I heard it in a book I heard. So Let's go from the beginning. So Jake posted this, 50 bucks. And I was like, nah, I'm up here in tier one, 6 digits, easy. I was like, 135,000 per XRP, Evernorth, XRP in. And then I posted this because I was doing AI research. There's a Clarity Act prohibits retail from doing certain things, but it does allow institutional treasuries like Evernorth to do certain things. And so he reposted me with the Ripple 404 arrow with the Deadhead bear, with the Grateful Dead bear. And it's still climbing, 203 for him. That's nuts. For me, it's 152, which is bananas for me because I have like 800 followers or something. Unverified. Sorry. So my account started blowing up. Like mine is never like this. I'll show you an example later. I'm like 20 views, maybe. Something around that, maybe 50 views at most. And it's just going nuts, just still climbing right now. So that was happening. And then people just went nuts. And at first I thought it was kind of a, error, you're not doing right. And I forgot it was Jake. Like Jake could get the benefit of the doubt. Like he's shown no malice, no treachery. You know what I mean? So he could get the benefit of the doubt. And I didn't give it to him at first, and that's my bad. So I was like, oh no, I thought he was like, it's X. So, everyone's trolling you on X. They're a bunch of haters, a lot of them. So I was like, oh no, show me grace, Jake. I'm Mastermind Social. I thought, but then I looked. I was like, wait, it's a deadhead bear. The company is named after Ripple. Brad Garlinghouse likes Ripple or likes Grateful Dead. I think somebody mentioned, I don't know if it's true, I didn't look it up, but they bought the domain ripple.com from an avid deadhead. So I sent this after that. I was like, oh, he's not 0% troll. And what he was saying, he was using this to be funny. And what I was saying in my post, which I'll click on it real quick, this yield arbitrage that allows institutions to do one thing and retail to do another, that's laid out in section 404. Proposed, and he was being literal. Proposed in section 404. People saw this, my 135,000, but they didn't see the section 4, which means most people know the buzzword, the Overton window of the Clarity Act, but they don't know what's in the Clarity Act. So the rule pushes institutional treasury managers towards tokenized treasuries like Evernorth and BlackRock and regulated investment wrappers for yield. So kudos to Jake, man. It was a great post. And in the mastermind, they did a town hall. I don't know if you could talk. I don't know the rules about talking about it. What happens in the mastermind? Let's say you probably can't talk about it. But something cool happened in the mastermind town hall about this, and made me feel good. So that was really fun. Yeah, this is actually 101 views is actually above my normal. 403 way above my normal. 9,000. 200. Oh, that's his. Yeah, 203,000 for him. Yeah, 152. See, that's another 100 views right there. Jeez. Which is cool, but like I don't even have a webcam, you know? I don't even want to be famous. I don't want people to see my face. The main reason I'm doing these videos is so I could access them for myself later. Basically, like I recorded 120 songs, you know, played every instrument for them, recorded them, produced them, kind of edited them. I don't like editing songs. And I basically did that for myself because it was like an audio diary of, you know, my 20s and stuff. And I'm really happy I did because now I listen to those songs that I recorded, you know, 20 years ago, played all the instruments too. I'm like, man, I was good at guitar. And, you know, like, oh man, I was going through that. I remember that girl that song's about. And it's just, it's good. So that's what I'm doing these videos for, is basically, you know, for me in the future. And if somebody else gets anything out of it, that's great. That's a bonus. But this is my life. Like, I watch these screens. I leave this screen up and this screen up all the time. So when I come in and, you know, my closet's in here with my work shirts and stuff, kind of, you know, turn the computer on and this pops up. I'm like, okay, 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 every day. And so it's awesome. We're at T minus 34 minutes. What the heck? I don't, I expect something to happen right now. I didn't even go into any of that yet. But yeah, yeah, that was fun. That was a fun adventure. But what I found out though is that, you know, if you go from like, you know, 20 to 50 views per post to over 100,000 posts, 152,000 per post of views, man, that dopamine kicks in. That it's crack, man. Like I spent, you know, you spend a little bit of time on it, you know, once in a while. I spent all night on it. Woke up, that's the first thing I grabbed in the morning. What's my numbers at? And I was watching myself though. I was like, okay, bro, you're addicted right now. This is dopamine flowing. This is the pleasure center of your brain. This is it. This is the drug. So I was watching it happen, but I was, since it's rare for me, I was letting it happen. I was like, well, just ride it. But man, I do not want to go on that roller coaster again. It was intense, emotional. So, but what I used it as an example for what euphoria could feel like. It so just to, you know, that's all I'm going to say about it. Like that's a huge count, and then people started, you know, DMing me crazy DMs, and I didn't reply or look at any of them, but and then messages, and you know how biblically retarded I am, and that's awesome. Where'd you get these numbers? And you shouldn't have posted like that. You should have posted it this way. I'm like, well, do your own research and post it how you like it. And I'm like, whoa, whoa. I was in it. I got caught up in that shit. It's way easy. So I decided just to chill out and watch myself. There were some cool conversations, and so I did get into those. So kudos to you guys. That was some cool conversations, and I learned a lot. And but man, I don't want that to happen again. Ooh. So like people, you know, he's getting 204,000 like every post, and 191 comments every post. Oh my God, no thanks. No thanks, man. I could not deal with that. Or I do not want to deal with that. And also the song Ripple by the Grateful Dead. I don't know if you could see it. You who choose to lead must follow, but if you fail alone. If you would stand if you should stand them, who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. And then home is a link to go back home because you reached an error screen. Kudos. And he like literally said it's proposed in section 404 of the Clarity Act that and then you had fact checkers. Where's that fact check? It's probably gone. Mental illness. Never happening, sadly. You're biblically retarded. So, yeah, I won't even go to these replies. So, but that was awesome. I'm thankful for the experience of and that's not even viral. That's not millions. That's more than I want. I don't want to be. That's too famous for me. 152,000. That's way too famous for me. I don't personally. I don't want it. Um, after a price appreciation, sayonara. I'm closing down these accounts and getting GTFO. I don't want this. I don't want the fame. That's gross. What is Crypto Phoenix called? That's Babylon. I'm out of this cage. I'm not trying to get sovereign wealth to get back in the cage to make my cage more comfortable. I'm trying to get out of this cage. Wow, I was deep into that. I'm up here. Oh, come on. Time me right. Oh, yeah, that was a while ago. Hurry. Why do I post so much? Why am I like this? I'm up here in tier one at 6 digits easy. How much time do we have? Oh, all right. I just want it now. Come on, Japan. What do you guys think? What do you even think? Think what's going to happen? Something's going to happen? I mean, the Iran war is back on. On again, off again. Will she? Won't she? Yeah, she will. So we're back on again. Um, Oil reserves are critically low worldwide. Um, all the things are there. What should have practiced like all the dominoes, like what Jake says, but it's all there. The infrastructure is built, and Japan used all its shots. It can't mess with its like look at each one of these. That's a shot. That's a shot. Or most of these are shots. Something happened there to drive it down because then it rises back up and they do something. Then it rises back up and then they do something. Let's go 6 months. Yeah, did something. Did something. Did something. Did something. That's a baby did something. So I don't think Japan could mess with it anymore. They say, kick the can down the road. They can. But then 24/5 trading goes tonight. I'm actually going to try to buy a stock at 8 p.m. or buy something at 8 p.m. I don't know. Just to see what happens, be one of the first in history. So it's exciting. It's there. All right, I gotta go take a quick bathroom break. See, put you on something cool. That's cool. So if anybody comes in, let them know that I'm dipping nuggets you never heard of in sauces you could never understand. So I just thought about something. Basically, as far as my understanding is, the Clarity Act is just so banks can participate in the global finance, right? It's just a domestic American We're geofenced out of the rest of the global economy until the Clarity Act passes in America, North America. Ripple, Ripple Prime, not Hidden Road. That's Ripple Prime now. G Treasury, all of that, the RLUSD, the XRPL, all of that is completely clear in Japan. The Clarity Act is just for North America domestic banks to be able to participate in global finance. Think about that. So they could let the reverse carry trade roll. Japan has all of its ducks in a row. It has its laws all set up. Just America's dragging behind on purpose. So manage decline, elite capture. So that would be the emergency. The rest of the world's on the new system and America's dead in the water. That's when the OCC steps in, executive orders from the executive branch. And now we're in the game with the rest of the world. We're isolated geofence from the rest of the new global financial system. The rest of the world's participating, ready to go. America is not. America's dead in the water. No oars in the doldrums. The horse latitudes. Let's watch ourselves. Let's talk to ourselves. Hello. Let's talk to ourselves. Hello. Hello. That's not. Hello. Let's talk to ourselves. Oh shit. Hi. 5. That went up 200. Yeah, there you go. No views. That's my normal. Not 150,000 views. No views. That's what I'm talking about. Back to normal. Well, yeah, 800 friends, unverified. Oh, 44. See, that's actually high for me. That one only has 40. Oh, 40K. Ha ha ha. So yeah, 1,000 times more popular. And that's that channel, not even Jake's channel. So yeah, 44. Okay, let's say average, but I'm on a heater streak. I got like 100 friends in the last 2 days. So I'm on a little hot streak right now. But every time I turn down, getting verified, I lose about 50 friends. Yeah, 47. So that's about right. But yeah, 153. It's a rush. It's a drug. I felt it, but I made sure I was monitoring and watching myself feel that. So it was a research, it was a conscious feeling to allow myself to feel that. And it was a ride, man. My X usage went up probably 60, 80% in the last 2 days because of that one post. I was like, wow, battery's dying more. Like I have to change my habits to like keep my phone, like use my phone by a charger so it doesn't run down because I'm on the X too much. Wow, right? It was an experience, but I think even that will pale to the euphoria feeling when all of your dreams come true and you were right all along, and now you're more wealthy than anybody in your family, anybody that you've ever met. Most people in the world haven't met, you know, billionaires. And so what I felt with that one little post is nothing compared to euphoria. But I was in control and I watched myself. I remembered my training think and grow rich, have a plan, have a system, have a structure, and it worked. I mean, I did indulge, but I watched myself indulge. Still went to bed on time, a little bit later, but not didn't stay up all night refreshing. Like cut myself off, and I usually like switch over to my tablet to kind of watch a little movie or something or a whatever at night for a little bit to unwind while like all the lights are off and I'm just watching that. I skipped that, like turned the tablet off. I was like, all right, we're going to bed quiet tonight. And so I think I could handle euphoria. I think I'm structured, I'm disciplined enough, not all the way disciplined, but disciplined enough at this point to where I could make it through the onslaught and continue my training, continue my structuring, continue my discipline through price appreciation. Into structuring my new life that I have been designing for a long time. But yeah, I'm just more curious about this enact the Rule 72T. Monthly passive income from a Roth IRA before age 59 without incurring the 10%. Rule 72A. Penalty-free access to your Roth IRA earnings, not just your contributions, your earnings, your appreciation, your dividends, your interest, your yields, everything at any age, penalty free. Not tax free. Not tax free. Wait. So yeah, you're turning your Roth into a salary, a structured salary, institutional custody structured salary. Let's go. There's a there. There's a there. What the shit? There's a there. I did Dungeons and Dragons for a while, and I had a couple main character voices. I did about 5 or 6 of them. One was Halter Top Tina. She's a sassy little girl. No, I'm not a little girl. I'm a woman. And I like to rip my midriff. What the shit? So all of a sudden, all of my Dungeons and Dragons characters decided to start a band. This is while I was drinking heavily. And so they started a band, so I started playing instruments, doing the voices of my Dungeons and Dragons characters, which is an awesome thing to do. So that shit happened in my life, and I recorded it, and it's fun. It's on a video though, so it's kind of stupid because it's just me doing voices. But like, I kind of want to see it, just the audio. What, like, if you could tell it's me doing all the voices, probably, but whatever. But yeah, someone check my math. I got a plan. I mean, I'm going to talk to a CPA. I'm going to talk to a lawyer. I'm going to start a holding LLC. I'm going to start a treasury. Well, that is the treasury. And I'm going to structure it properly because I want to enter into DeFi like the big boys, like Evernorth. I'm going to mimic what they're doing, institutional custody held. But I got another plan too. I'm going to start creating salaries for myself through my my Roth IRA through Rule 72T. Let's go at any age. I'll set it for 14.5 years. So when my other IRAs mature at 59 and a half years, oh boy, I'm I'll just take a lump sum out of that. My salary will be done, and I'll just take a lump sum plus my other 99.99% of my assets are in institutional custody, earning yields and whatnots and all the new products that are coming out. Boom. Boom, I say. Tell him. You tell him, Randy. Boom. Now all I want to do is all my Dungeons and Dragons voices. Tree Ripper. My name's Tree Ripper. I got magical farts. Anywho, how much time do we have? 15 minutes. Running out of things to talk about. I want the action to happen. I would not make a good newscaster. I get sidetracked easily. All right. Evernorth, my girl. I'm going to check on the chickens really quick. But enjoy this really bright screen of Evernorth. Capital has a new meridian. Oh, they all doing fine. They getting their feathers all dirty, taking their dirt baths. BAFS, baths. All right. 15 minutes. I can hardly wait. Shit. Come on. More than 156. Ooh, it went down. Uh-oh. People are going away from Flare. Flare's hard as F. Oh, I can't cuss. Flare's awesome. Flare's good. Hedera, I did that video, shoot, almost a year ago now. I think Hedera is going to be the choice for VA to tokenize patient health information and PHI. I think it's going to be Hedera. And for some reason, I think they're going to acquire Casper. And I haven't heard anything about this. Maybe I just kind of want it to happen. I want Hedera for sure, locked in. Final answer. They're going to be the ones that handle the VA. That's my guess. That's what I believe. Hedera Hashgraph HBAR. So I think there's a there too. And they got what? McLaren, F1 Racing. There was an IBM, LG. I could never find that picture. It's all the logos of people, of companies that are like sitting on the board, and it's the who's who, man. It's good. IBM, I think. And I always look for it, and maybe I found it the last time I looked, but I don't remember finding it, and I definitely didn't save it. So, but yeah, Hedera Hashgraph, there's something there. 7.8, we went up. It's not even open yet. How's it? It usually doesn't really move that much until the market's open at 6 p.m. Oh, there's 7.4. Okay, we went back down, but still. And let's go more. 5 years. Do it. Do it. Where we at? Do it. $70. We're down 30. Like, I'm of the mind to where we're gonna gap up to over $100. Like, that's the shock we needed. Last time it kind of did it. Well, that's not it. Is this? Oh, this is a couple days. Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. But last time, since like March or April. Come on, baby. Just do 1 year then. Don't do me like that. Okay, we got her. 22. Almost happened in 22, 23, 24. See how it keeps all. These are seismic tremors happening. What is this junk? And then boom! Let's go to 10-year. Whoa. They had a strong market back then. It went up to 18. 18. Ooh, I think that was 18.9. I think they're sneaking that number down. Might have been 18.7. Whatever, over 18,000 in the recent past, a month or two. And no, maybe 4 months earlier this year. And yeah, that's not right. But still, it's close. No, I want 2 day, don't I? And yeah. Oh, this graph's really condensed only to 600 yen. All right, so we're at 10 minutes. Oh my God. So yeah, I kind of expect some volatility, like with the 24/5 rolling out at 8 p.m. tonight. That's a whole new market, a whole new settlement. If they went T0, which they kind of have to, that means it's go time. So I expect some volatility. I expect it to gap up to 100 a barrel. I expect that to jump 63, 64. But I've been saying that, for the last couple weeks just because of what I see in the world. But then there's other things that point to the opposite. And so up until now, the opposite things were true. Were truer, or were more prevalent, were heavier, and they weighed the teeter-totter down that way. But man, one of these times. So yeah, the two sides of the coin. Nothing, because they kicked the can down the road, and it's like I use the example of when a tsunami is coming in to the beach, to the island, and everyone on the beach is standing there, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the tsunami is about to hit. The water gets pulled back, like you're swimming in the water, and all of a sudden all the water disappears, out maybe sometimes a mile. Like all the water's gone, it just disappears, and everyone's looking around like, what the heck, this is weird. No, run. You run away now. And but you see the videos every time, people are like, weird, and they're looking around with their kids like, honey, run. When the ocean disappears, you run, because it pulls back. That's the breath in before the huffing and the puffing and the tsunami comes knocking down every building in that island. That's where we're at now, man. Like if nothing happens today, that's the water, that's the ocean disappearing. Like, wait, nothing happened? Like everything is awful and nothing happened? So I expect volatility. That's all I could say for now, because it's 7 minutes out, 6 minutes out. I need 6 minutes of content? Shit. Oh,
That was a little too mad. I'm not supposed to be that mad. It's supposed to be like funny mad, not real mad. Shit.
I lost her voice. I got to practice. I haven't did it in like 7 years, 5 years, or whenever I'm drunk. Well, let's fast forward to these folks. Both love the Grateful Dead. Bunch of people, bunch of people. But yeah, Evernorth. Oh, I love it. I love what it represents. I love its potential. I love where it's situated. Um, people, I'm trying to put the word out. People aren't listening, or not aren't listening, but they're sleeping on it. Of course, it's a not a derivative, but it's like not holding the bearer asset, but it's a digital asset treasury. It's institutionalized treasury. What do we say? Evernorth has access to different products in DeFi that the retail holding spot XRP does not have access to. That's huge. Unless you got your things in a holding LLC, that's institutional custody, no financial advice. 7-8, we're back up to 7-8. Oh, baby. What do we got? 5 minutes. Oh, I'm so pumped. I'm like actually really pumped. What's gonna happen? Like is whatever happens here gonna be a precursor to the 24/5 trading that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight? 2 hours from now? Because usually whatever happens at 6 p.m. Eastern, Japan's morning, like they're tomorrow morning already. It has to wait till, another 16 hours. Wait, 12, 13, 14, 15 hours for our markets to open at 9 a.m. here. So that's gone now. Or it will be gone this week in 2 hours. I actually have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, Japan's oil reserves are gone. The Strait's back closed. On Friday night, we announced, after the markets closed, we announced we're back at war. World War 11. Here we go again. The sequel, the triple sequel, triple double sequel, and we're back. So global oil reserves are lowest in like 30 years, 40 years. Obviously that's going back up to 100, like I think quicker than it came down. Click. All right. What else? 7-8. Yeah. I don't know the feeling I'm feeling right now. Like, I have no gut feeling whatsoever. I know what eventually is going to happen, but I don't know. Like, is today the day? There's a very good chance today's the day. Like, I'm thinking over 50%, right? It's more than a coin toss that it's going to happen today. We still got some dates down the road, of course. Uh, the 13th, the 18th, July 13th, July 18th, and all the way out to October. But the 18th, July 18th is the last day the OCC can make an announcement on their guidelines. That's a year from the Genius Act passing, last year, July 18th, 2025. The 13th, what are they doing? A dry run on something. I think they're doing a dry run on a couple of blockchains of tokenizing some assets, something like that. I don't know the details on that yet. I haven't researched it. But the 13th is a big date. Today, 1 minute from now, is a really big day. Oh, this is heating up early. This doesn't usually move that much. It's stealing the base, man. It's stealing the base right now. And I know my chart always messes up and glitches out for the first couple minutes. I know that's going to happen. Holy shit. All right. Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm at the top of a roller coaster, like looking over the front, like, here we go. Oh, here we go. And here we go. All right. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, baby. What we got, like 20 seconds? 78. 6 o'clock. Here we are. Here we are finally. God, that was forever. 1179. Oh, instant drop. I mean, we're talking about hundredths of a cent. We're here. And I always look at these. They're every 9 seconds. I know these aren't the ones. Where am I at? Am I at 2 days? Yeah, let's go 1 day really quick. These aren't it. These are different. But the chart acts so funky. Here's my countdown. I love that little countdown. 17 seconds. There it is. There it is. That wasn't the highest, though, was it? I can't tell on this chart. Oh, my Lord. It's so weird how what is keeping it stable, or like I mean it's way up to the high end of the range, but what is keeping it stable? Like what is keeping it from running up off the charts? Inflation is rampant in Japan, increasing, accelerating, but all the data is stable. What is causing that? Like, is it bots injecting liquidity at the exact right amount to try to stabilize it? You know, like instead of doing like 73 billion at once, having bots do microtransactions every millisecond to keep it as stable as possible, which in this case would be illegal. Manipulation of a global currency, something I don't know the statute. My chart's all whack. And then it's going to go grayed out after this. It does the weird stuff. I don't even know what this is. That's 150 yen difference, though. That's significant, right? I don't know if this is data or just. I keep thinking it's something uploading. They're uploading a new algorithm. They do it in the first couple seconds of when it goes live. Nothing. How are they doing this? All of their parameters are in the gutter. And they're holding it steady somehow. It wants to inflate off the chart. That's what it wants to do. Every time they make a correction and intervention, it's like, nope, and goes right back up. It wants to be up here. Something is counterbalancing it. And I don't know enough to know what that is. And all of a sudden, you'll see in a couple minutes, this will all go grayed out and I can't get my data. But I'm going to stay on longer this time because usually I leave about 6:15, 6:20 if nothing happens. And then I'm looking at my phone and about an hour after that, 7, 8 o'clock. And that's when the stuff starts happening. And tonight at 8 o'clock, I'll come back on for another show. So I'll take a quick little break, grab something to eat, get the chickens all settled, and come back on a little bit before 8 to do it again. Because I can't wait. But is this nonsense or is this something that I don't know what it is? Let's assume it's data. Let's assume it's true data. That's like 100 yen of that's like $1. Give or take less than $1 of volatility. And then big ones. That's like $1.20. So I'm just rough guessing. Because it's $1.60. So if it goes, or 160, so if it goes up 100, well, I don't know what that is, but it's there. So let's assume it's data. Well, now that's not 200 anymore. It's down. It does this every week, though. It does really weird things when they open. Maybe somebody knows, and I just don't know. It's too much data flooding in, so it's not averaging things correctly. I don't know. But nothing is happening. For nothing to happen, and we're at the pressure cooker, the steam's blowing out the top, the kettle, the whistle's blowing, everything's revving, your radiator's blowing, the RPMs are way in the that's something. Let's see, now I don't have the range, and I can't figure out how to. Oh, now it's grayed out. See, it does this stuff every week, man. Oh, oil is falling. When was this? 2 days ago. It spiked up a little, and it came back down. Oh, going to war only did less than $1. Going to war only spiked oil 50 cents. The shock value of the narrative is wearing out. Oh, we're going to war again? Oh, oil's 50 cents more. Shit, in the 90s, that would have been $20 a barrel. Oh, another forever war? Whatever. Can I have a latte? Weird. This makes me so mad. But this is what their data does every week. Does some weird wonky stuff, but it's a different weird each week. It doesn't do the same weird spiky graphs. 2 weeks ago, it was the spikes were at intervals. I can't remember what the intervals between the spikes, but the spikes were 9 seconds apiece every so often. 9 seconds long spikes. To me, I call that a pattern. Somebody's doing something in the background. Like it wasn't random. My chart's all wonky. So it's just staying there. It's like you're just holding your foot down on the gas pedal. RPMs are buried, and you're in neutral, and the radiator's smoking, the car's shaking, and you just keep your foot on the gas 100%. The gas gauge is going down, 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 down. God, this is a great example, actually, because their oil reserves are going down. Engine smoking, temperature gauge is red hot. RPMs are buried. Radiators smoking. Everything's just shaking and rattling, hissing, making noise. And everyone's just walking by like nothing's happening. This is weird. This is weird. Weird, weird. It's weird, weird. The machine, the system is redlining and crashing. All the backup, all the redundancies are drained. And the leaders of Japan are like, yeah, and hey, this is fine. Everything's fine. And the house is burning down. Like, I mean, it's not. So, what that tells me is that all of this is intentional, just like the deaths, the digital asset treasuries, Evernorth, and MCGA and others, 21 Capital, all the DATs are they're in a holding pattern. All this data is showing me that this is in a holding pattern too. They're waiting for something. I think the OCC is waiting for something. They're waiting for the crisis, in my opinion. Like now in 2026, we can predict black swans, which the definition of black swan is an event that you cannot predict. But now we predict events that we can't predict because it's 2026 and we could do that. But they're waiting for the black swan, the narrative that they've been curating for decades, planning, building the rails for. They're waiting for something. I don't know what. An event? Ooh, we're up 100. An event. Oh, that says we're down 60. But what ifs? An event, a story. Sun activity is increasing over the next couple of weeks. There's going to be some kind of sun event, probably. Um, you can tell that by all the volcanoes around the Ring of Fire, around Alaska, over to Japan, Russia, and all that, down the coast of America, North America, Canada. That's the Ring of Fire. That starts acting up when sun activities starting to get all crazy. So that's coming up in a little bit, next month or so. Solar flare, maybe mass coronal ejection. Who knows? Mass coronas. Who knows? What I don't know what's happening, but everything is built. Everything is ready. Evernorth is circling the airport in a holding pattern. Japan is slamming down on the gas while they're in neutral, burying the RPMs, letting the economy just run, letting their yen, their currency just crash into nothing, inflation run rapid. Their oil reserves get drained like crazy. Like this is managed decline at its best. Like let's blow the motor up is what they're doing. Revving just accelerator down to the floor, RPMs buried, radiators smoking, cars shimmying and shaking in neutral, and just springs flying out everywhere. And Japan's like, what? What are you talking? What are you doing? Everything's fine. This is fine. Everyone's holding, waiting on something. This is the ocean being pulled back from the shore and the whole shoreline disappearing. And all the people on the beach are looking around like, this is weird, right? Like what? All the water just disappeared. If you look out to the ocean, to the horizon, all the water disappeared. Where'd all the water go? This is weird, right? No, run. Run. And that's what happens before a tsunami. And everyone's just standing on the beach, and all the entire ocean just disappeared, got pulled back, sometimes a mile out, and everyone's just looking around. You grab your kids, leave your beach ball and your purse behind, grab your kids, run. And Japan's like, this is kind of weird, huh? All the water just disappeared. Like, no, 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 no. So that makes me believe that this is all intentional. What is the black swan? 78. I want to get to 162 though. I'll probably cut it here soon because I got to get something to eat. Got to get the chickens all settled in. Still got to make my bed. I washed my pillows today, washed the sheets, washed the blankets. I got to install them all back on, and got the pillowcases back on. I just got to get the comforter out of the dryer. and then reinstall them sons of guns. Nothing happened. What the heck? This is so like you're standing at the airport and you're waiting for somebody that's on one of the planes coming in, gonna pick them up, and every plane that starts to land actually diverts and starts circling the airport. All of a sudden, you got 5, 6, 10 planes in a circle pattern, all flying the same direction, circling the airport in a holding pattern. You're looking around like, what is going on? That's what's happening right now. Like, all of this stuff is a disaster. Everything that could fix it is built. But they're all circling the airport. They're all just waiting on something. What do you think it is? What are they waiting on? It's not the Clarity Act. The Clarity Act is a domestic North American issue. The Clarity Act determines whether or not the banks of North America, the domestic banks, can enter into the global market. The rest of the world is set ready to go. The Clarity Act is a domestic issue. Japan can rock and roll at any moment. Letting the system run red hot and shake itself and shit itself. Who shit my pants? Is an intentional choice, and they're waiting on something. I know I keep repeating myself, like that's how I'm trying to keep processing it, because then like all of a sudden the gears will click and the puzzle piece will show up. You're like, oh, they're waiting on something, and it's this. So that's how I figure things out in my head. I guess it's a brute force. Just keep banging your head against the wall till the wall gets fixed. And well, I'm gonna call it, folks. We'll tune back in just before 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here for the 24/7. I'm gonna try to buy some stocks or something. Like on my phone, you won't see it, but I'll give you a play-by-play. But I did not expect this. They're letting it run hot. So this is kicking the can down the road. They are in a holding pattern. Evernorth is built, ready to go. You're like, well, yeah, 79. The SEC hasn't given them the right of way yet. They were prepared years ago, and or basically prepared. Now they're perfectly prepared, and if they wanted it to go live right now, there is not a force in the universe that could stop them from making it go live. Since it's not going live, that means they're choosing intentionally to make it not go live. Why? The world is ready. America's not ready. Our banks can't participate in global finance. Our banks, as of now, because of the Clarity Act not being passed, cannot participate in the new global financial system. We're the global reserve currency. So that could be something. And we're a big market. We're the global reserve currency. Maybe the BIS is giving us oh, no, I heard this from Crypto Phoenix. The BIS is like, come on, you guys. We're not going to wait for you. Get your stuff together. Come on, North America. Get your stuff together. We're not going to wait on you forever. Well, that's the way he was explaining it, is like it's the BIS and the rest of the world, Bank of International Settlements. It's the central bank of central banks. And they were saying like, all right, America, out of respect for you being the, reserve currency, respect for the size of your market, we're going to give you a little bit of time. But after the window closes, whatever the window is, maybe it's 8 p.m. tonight. I have no clue. BIS says we're moving on without you. So, I mean, that framing makes sense to me. I don't know if it's true. I'm not in the rooms, but interesting. But yeah, nothing popped off, which very much surprised me. Usually I'm a little disappointed because it's running hot. Like, there's a way to fix the system and they're choosing not to fix it. Why? And thought tonight was it. But, tune in about an hour and a half or so. I'll come back on about maybe 7:30 or so. That's about an hour. And we'll do part 2. And hopefully this one will be eventful. I don't know. I guess I'll have to ask AI, but I don't know where to go for the markets are open right now. There'll probably be news somewhere. Oh, I'll probably go on X. Duh. All right. All right. Love you folks. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night and join me back here in about an hour or so. All right. Bye-bye.